The following portion of Kansas Strengthening Families is sponsored by St. Francis Ministries.
Welcome back here on Good Day Kansas. Our show moves along today from St. Francis Ministries in Salina. We have a busy guy with us, but he's made some time for us today. We have the president and CEO of St. Francis Ministries, Bill Clark. Great to see you, Bill.
Great to see you again, Avery. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations, 80-year celebration of St. Francis Ministries. Just the lives you guys have touched is really jaw-dropping. But for our viewers that see you guys on every other week here on Good Day Kansas, how did this all start?
What an amazing story St. Francis is. St. Francis started just after World War II. The end of World War II really ended on September 2nd, and our birthday is September 3rd. And it really started with our founder, Father Bob Mize, an Episcopal priest, who saw a need and moved towards that. In 1945, young men were lost, looking for a home, and so he created a small residential community for at the time 12 youth to start with. To care, to love, to help them grow, to be ready to become successful adults. So that's kind of where we started.
Yeah.
To where we are today, across 6 states, we serve over 9,000 people a day, 1,300 employees.
Wow.
It's been quite the transformation, but the start is really important.
Yeah. Even to you, is it hard to wrap your mind around how many, I know you're in it every day, but is it hard to wrap your mind around how many lives you guys have touched in that time?
The magnitude of people that St. Francis has helped is incredible. But I think the great thing about St. Francis today is we're always looking at how we can help people. I tend to talk a lot about you got to focus on the windshield. Where are you going? What's tomorrow bring? How can you work today? But your rear view mirror is important. It gives you perspective, and that's what it does for us looking back to 1945 and where our founders started. And really the vision that he set forth that we still have today. How do we help people? How do we love people? How do we help them navigate through a difficult time? That's what St. Francis does well.
Yeah, I feel like I could just listen to you all day long with what you have to say. And I know you talked about the windshield. Let's talk about the windshield a little bit, about the future of St. Francis Ministries. And I know you have such a big part in that. What does that look like?
Well, I tend to say that I think the future for St. Francis is very bright. It's awesome. St. Francis is like any other large company, and we've had our ups and downs, and most people know about that. But I look at where we're going. We have a very solid plan of how we can increase our impact. We want to help more people. We serve about 9,000 today, and we have a vision from 6 years from now of getting up to about 15,000 people. We're very interested in how do we go into homes and help families before there really is a challenge. We truly believe in keeping families together. And if something does happen, we want to restore that family. So when I look at the future, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that I can be a part of helping people. What a great calling in life.
So if you'd like to learn more about St. Francis Ministries and what they're doing, check out the website on the screen right now. We have more Good Day Kansas coming up right after this.
The preceding portion of Kansas Strengthening Families is sponsored by St. Francis Ministries.
At St. Francis Ministries, heroes rarely wear capes, but they show up every day, ready to dedicate themselves to the well-being of children and families. Whether social workers, foster parents, counselors, case managers, or community partners, everyday heroes change lives every day. Learn how you can support everyday heroes or become one yourself at stfrancisministries.org.